June 12, 1994. A quiet night in Brentwood, Los Angeles, until screams shattered the silence. Two bodies lay on the ground. One of them, Nicole Brown Simpson, the ex-wife of one of America's biggest sports legends, O.J. Simpson. What happened that night would not only horrify the nation, but change the course of American media and justice forever. But behind the headlines and flashing cameras, there was a woman, a mother, a friend, and a victim who never truly got justice. This is her story. Nicole Brown was born on May 19, 1959, in Frankfurt, West Germany. Her father was American, her mother German. She grew up far away from fame, far away from Hollywood. Just a regular girl with a bright smile and an even brighter future. When the Brown family moved to California, Nicole was just a teenager. She attended Dana Hills High School in Orange County, beautiful, athletic, and full of life. She worked as a waitress at a Beverly Hills club called the Daisy, and that's where fate intervened. One night in 1977, O.J. Simpson walked in. By then, O.J. wasn't just a football player. He was the football star of America, a record-breaking running back, turned actor, turned celebrity. When he met Nicole, he was already married. But that didn't stop him. She was only 18. He was 30. And from that night, her life would change forever. At first, it seemed like a fairy tale. A stunning young woman swept into the glamorous world of a superstar. Nicole and O.J. became the talk of Los Angeles. They attended movie premieres, charity events, and high society galas. After his divorce, O.J. and Nicole married in 1985. The wedding photos looked perfect. The American dream couple. They had 2 children together, Sydney and Justin. From the outside, it was luxury, beauty, and fame. But behind closed doors, something darker was happening. Friends say Nicole often had bruises beneath her makeup. Neighbors heard shouting, crying, the sound of fear that echoed through the walls. Police were called to their home multiple times. Once, she was found hiding in the bushes, terrified, whispering, "He's going to kill me." Nicole filed for divorce in 1992, citing irreconcilable differences. But the truth was abuse, years of control, manipulation, and fear. Even after the divorce, O.J. wouldn't let go. He stalked her, showed up unannounced, called repeatedly. Nicole tried to move on, to rebuild her life, to find peace. She spent time with friends, took care of her kids, and tried to heal. But something about her still seemed unsettled, as if she sensed a storm that was coming. It was a Sunday evening, June 12, 1994. Nicole had dinner with her family at a restaurant in Brentwood. Ron Goldman, a young waiter and family friend, was working that night. Later, he stopped by Nicole's home to drop off a pair of glasses her mother had left behind. Moments later, both of them were dead. Neighbors heard barking dogs and cries of terror. When police arrived, the scene was gruesome. Nicole was found lying at the foot of the stairs, her throat slit. Ron Goldman lay nearby, covered in blood. It was one of the most brutal crime scenes in Los Angeles history. And then came the name O.J. Simpson. What followed became the most sensationalized trial America had ever seen. Helicopters followed O.J.'s infamous white Bronco down the freeway. The country was glued to their TVs. Prosecutors said the evidence was undeniable. The DNA, the gloves, the history of abuse. But O.J.'s defense, led by Johnny Cochran, turned the trial into a media war. If it doesn't fit, you must acquit. The glove didn't fit, and O.J. Simpson walked free. Nicole's family sat in silence. Her children, just 8 and 5 years old, would grow up knowing that their mother's killer was never truly punished. In 1997, in a civil court, O.J. Simpson was found liable for the wrongful death of Nicole Brown and Ron Goldman. He was ordered to pay millions in damages, but money could never bring her back. Nicole's story became a symbol of domestic violence, of media exploitation, of how fame can twist justice. Her family started foundations to help victims of abuse. People who had once looked away began to speak up. But the truth? For many, the pain never healed. The case remains technically unsolved, but to the world, it feels like justice was stolen. Nicole Brown Simpson was more than a name in a trial. She was a daughter, a mother, a friend, Her story is a haunting reminder that behind every headline, there's a human being whose voice was silenced too soon. If her story moved you, share it. Keep her memory alive, because remembering her is the only justice we can still give. Like, comment, and subscribe so their stories are never forgotten